Alright, today it's time for us to change the oil on our 2016 Subaru Outback. You'll find the Subaru Outback and Subaru Legacy from 2015 to 2019 to all be fairly similar. Let's take a look. It's going to start right here with a 17mm ratchet. And when we pull off that oil plug, we're going to be looking for one of these crush washers that we got to make sure we pull off there as well and replace with a fresh one to get a good tight seal. Great thing about changing the oil on a Subaru Outback is the clearance on these things is amazing. And so I'm able to just park it on a slightly sloped driveway and get back under here. Let's get this on first. I don't have to go by sight if I can go by feel. Alright, there we go. Got it broke. That's going to be nice and easy from there. Just twist it. In fact, from that point on, it's going to be doable by finger. Once it gets to that finger point, I like to get the oil pan pretty close. So now that we've got the drain pan in place, this is going to be pretty warm because I was just driving this. And there it is. Now we're going to let this sit for a while and let it just drain. Next stage is to take care of the oil filter. Here's the oil filter. I change mine on the Subaru every single time just because Subaru did such a great job of making it available, accessible, and easy to do. There are professional oil filter removers. I find that since I'm not going to be reusing this filter, a gentle bit of turn with just a really large adjustable wrench of this sort does the trick. Once you move it even lightly, it comes right off. Alright, we pulled out our old oil drain plug. This is the old crush washer, and if you look, it really has been crushed. Some people will try to reuse these a couple of times. I figure since they cost about 50 cents, why take the risk that your oil is going to start leaking? You can see that there is just a nice rim there that, that crushes. We're going to go under and we're going to plug this right back in where it came out. We're just going to go in here and finger tighten this. Get that on. I'm not going to ratchet it down just quite yet, but it's going to keep anything extra from draining out of there and causing me any trouble. We got our filter that we're about ready to put in here. I like to just really make sure that this surface right here is very clean and smooth, because this rubber gasket is going to come right up against that, and that's what's sealing this on. So you don't want any dirt, rocks, bits of gunk, any of that stuff in there, because that will affect your seal quality. And then an old classic trick is, of course, to grease your gasket for a good tight seal. Just get some nice clean oil and grease that seal so that when it comes on there, you get a nice tight seal. I just do this one about finger tight. Plus as much extra tension as I can put on it. But you don't really have to crank that thing down to get a good seal. I like using a Torx wrench because that enables me to be very precise about how much pressure I'm putting on this drain plug. I set it to the manufacturer's specs are 30.0 or 30.8 pound-feet, so I'm going to 31. There it is. There's the pop, and that should seal up nicely. So, borrowed a little bit of my wife's cardstock from her scrapbooking supplies, and in a moment we'll be filling this thing up neatly. We are looking to put in 5.1 quarts of oil. Everything checks out. I pulled out the dipstick, got a good reading. Now I'm ready to close this back up. And car should be nice and ready to go. I always like to save my old 5-quart container and then transfer the oil from the drain pan there and instead transfer that to the original container. That makes it really easy to get it back to the oil shop where they will happily recycle the oil for you. Alright. Now we'll just drop this back off at your local auto parts store. They'll recycle the oil for you. Your oil is changed and your car's going to run great.